In this question, it says a chemist must prepare 800 milliliters of hydrochloric acid solution with a pH of 1.2 at 25 degrees C. And he will do this in 3 steps. Fill an 800 milliliter volumetric flask about halfway with distilled water. Measure out some 8 molar hydrochloric acid solution and add it to the flask, and fill the flask to the mark with distilled water. So he basically wants to make 800 milliliters of a solution with a pH of 1.2 molar, and he has on hand 8 molar hydrochloric acid. So we need to figure out how are we going to do this. Well, the first thing to realize is that hydrochloric acid is one of the strong acids. So if we take HCl, aqueous, and we add it to water, which is a liquid, we'll make H3O plus aqueous plus Cl minus aqueous. And what we need to remember is that since HCl is a strong acid, this reaction goes to completion. Said another way, the concentration of HCl and the concentration of H3O plus are the same. So we could figure out the concentration of HCl slash H3O plus that we need based on the pH. If you recall, concentration of H3O plus equals 10 to the negative pH. And in a previous video on this playlist, I show you this equation, where it comes from, and even how to plug it into the calculator. So if you need to review that, that would be a great idea. So here, we know the pH is 1.2. So we want to take 10 to the negative 1.20. When we do that, we find that the concentration of H3O plus equals 0.063096 molar. And note that the 1 is not a sig fig, so it's a 2 significant figures. So this is the significant figure. This is also the concentration of HCl. So the concentration of HCl that we want is 0.063096 molar, and this is because it's a strong acid. So all of the HCl will turn into H3O plus. We now just have a dilution equation. We have 8 molar, and we want 800 milliliters of 0.063 molar. And to do a dilution, we use the equation C1V1 equals C2V2. So the initial concentration of this is 8.0 molar. The initial volume is what we're trying to figure out. The final concentration is to make the pH 1.2, which is 0.063096 molar, where that's the sig fig. And the final volume that we want is 800.0 milliliters. Multiply the two numbers together, divide by the number next to the variable, and we find that the volume that we want to two significant figures is 6.3 milliliters. So if we take 6.3 milliliters of 8 molar hydrochloric acid solution, we add it to some water, and then we fill to the line so that it's 800 total milliliters, we will end up with a solution with a pH of 1.2.